Welcome to The Explainer. I am absolutely pumped to guide you through this today because we're looking at something practically invisible yet totally mind-blowing. We are talking about the cutting-edge technology powering the most ambitious sporting event in human history, the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Now, when you watch a match, you see the passion, right? The athleticism, the intense drama. But what you don't see is this living, breathing ecosystem of artificial intelligence, high-frequency sensors, and edge computing making the whole shebang work. Today, we're going to make all that invisible technology visible.
So here is our roadmap. We'll start by establishing the sheer scale of the biggest tournament ever. Then, we'll look at the intelligence hidden inside the ball, how they engineer the perfect pitch, and how they're democratizing elite analytics. After that, we'll zoom out to the macro tech operation, and finally, look at the lasting technological legacy.
Okay, let's jump right into Section 1, the biggest tournament ever. We are talking about a record-shattering 104 matches. I mean, wow. This isn't just a simple bump in the number of games. It literally transforms the World Cup into the most data-intensive sporting event ever staged. Every single one of those 104 matches is going to generate millions of data points. That requires a digital infrastructure unlike absolutely anything we've ever seen in the 96-year history of the tournament.
And actually, these matches aren't just happening in one cozy, easily managed region. Oh no. They require a massive, tangled logistical web spread across 3 host nations, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. So we're dealing with multiple time zones, international borders, and just a staggering amount of travel. All of that demands completely seamless real-time coordination from centralized command centers.
To top it all off, we have an expanded roster of 48 national teams. Think about what that means for a second. It brings millions of traveling fans flooding into host cities, plus billions of viewers tapping into this massive digital ecosystem. To deliver a flawless, fair, and safe experience to that many people, the tech literally has to step out of the background and become the central pillar of the entire event.
Great, let's zoom in a bit for Section 2, intelligence inside the ball.
So hidden right inside the match ball sits an inertial measurement unit, or IMU. Imagine a perfectly balanced sensor weighing just 14 grams, that's basically the weight of a few pennies, suspended right in the dead center of the ball. It captures movement a mind-boggling 500 times per second. It's wirelessly transmitting the ball's 3D acceleration, its exact rotational spin, and the absolute precise millisecond it makes contact with a player. And it's doing all of this in real time, completely invisible to us watching in the stands or at home.
And you know, this data isn't just for looking at cool stats after the game. The instant the IMU detects contact, it fires that data off 500 times a second into an AI system. That AI is hooked up to 12 dedicated, super high-speed tracking cameras mapped all around the stadium. So if a controversial play happens, boom, the AI instantly generates a 3D skeletal reconstruction of all 22 players and the ball. It dramatically speeds up reviews and lets referees make millimeter-precise calls, totally removing subjectivity and keeping the game moving.
Okay, let's look at the ground beneath their feet in Section 3, engineering the perfect pitch.
This is wild because a lot of US stadiums were originally built with artificial turf, right? But to meet FIFA's strict natural grass mandate, teams had to install some insanely complex subsurface infrastructure. We're talking sub-air ventilation systems to aerate the roots, massive 9 to 12-inch deep sand-based root zones engineered for absolute stability, and hybrid reinforcements that carefully mix real grass with synthetic fibers. And the domed stadiums, like SoFi or AT&T, they literally brought in massive arrays of magenta-pink LED grow lights to simulate sunlight. They basically turned giant NFL arenas into high-tech greenhouses. It just goes to show the tech beneath the grass is every bit as advanced as the tech above it.
Moving right along to Section 4, democratizing elite analytics.
So, in the old days of global football, the really wealthy federations dominated, mostly because they could afford these massive, super well-funded data analytics departments. But for 2026, the reality is completely different. FIFA teamed up with Lenovo to create a generative AI platform called Football AI Pro. Now, all 48 teams get the exact same access to this system, which cranks through 2,000 performance metrics per match. It's basically a super smart assistant that lets any team, no matter their budget, instantly analyze things like pressing triggers, opponent scouting, and player workloads. So tech isn't just making the game look cooler, it is actively leveling the playing field.
Let's zoom back out for Section 5, the macro tech operation. Delivering an event of this magnitude to billions of fans means the International Broadcast Center in Dallas has to operate flawlessly. And get this, using high-performance edge computing, they deliver AI-stabilized, synchronized feeds to billions of people with less than 5 seconds of latency. Under 5 seconds! Just think about the sheer data throughput there. High-definition feeds coming in from 16 smart stadiums, instantly processed by AI to fix any camera distortion, and beamed around the world almost instantly. It's an absolute game-changer in broadcasting.
But wait, while the broadcast is humming along, there is an incredibly intense physical security and crowd management operation going on in the background. Protecting millions of fans across all these venues is basically like managing dozens of Super Bowls all at the exact same time. They rely on this deeply layered Internet of Things ecosystem. We're talking AI-powered crowd wayfinding so people don't get stuck in bottlenecks, IoT sensors constantly checking stadium structural loads and temperatures, counter-drone radar networks, and unified command centers that even deploy robotic patrol units. Literally every variable you can think of is being monitored in real time.
Finally, let's wrap things up with Section 6, a lasting technological legacy.
You might be asking yourself, how does a one-month soccer tournament permanently change urban infrastructure? Well, it's because the millions of dollars poured into this tech aren't just getting packed up in boxes when the tournament ends. From brand new monorail lines in Monterrey, Mexico, to precision water conservation systems in the stadiums, to massive upgrades in global cybersecurity across 3 entire nations, these host communities are being forever modernized. The blueprint they're building right now is absolutely going to set the standard for every Olympic Games and mega event that follows.
Ultimately, this invisible layer of innovation does something truly special. It makes the game fairer, more transparent, and just way more captivating than ever before. So next time you see a spectacular goal, ask yourself, how much of that magic was human and how much was guided by the invisible intelligence working tirelessly behind the scenes? For more, visit our website, Fair Solution. Thank you so much for joining me on this explainer today.